Good evening, guys. I know I am late. Hey, I'm trying to get everything set up. Okay. Hi, how you doing? I'm trying to move my camera over. That'll do. You guys are gonna get like a weird thing of me, like a wide shot, because I found out that when when I'm setting up, I'm very low. Is that better? Is this better? Thank you, Ray. I'm gonna flip you guys, so it's gonna be really weird. Hold on. That's good? Okay. I am still kind of, sort of waking up. Because I overslept and I'm so sorry. Hey, Stephanie. Trying to get, so I look human. Okay, is that better? There, see my mess. That's a mess. Let me move over just a little. Okay. Okay, I'm coming with chapter 16. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I'm trying to make it so it's like, oh, nice. Okay. Okay, so we're good. You guys gonna see that mess. Let's see. I just cut off. Aw, thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you guys for letting me adjust my camera. Let me get a little light going. Okay, so we're going to get started. My name is Sylvia Hubbard, and I am author and founder of Motown Writers Network. I have independently published over 35 books. Currently, I am writing Beautiful. On the website, it's a live story. Thanks, readers out there, for you guys' support. I overslept. I actually have chapter 16 right here on the computer. And that was my alarm. You guys know that. It's time for me to go to work and wake up for work. But actually, I meant to get up and do this at 10 o'clock. So I am so sorry. Thanks, you guys. Thank you guys for being there and waiting. I know I cannot stand that song. That is the only song I can't actually wake up and get up and go. So that is why I have that song. I won't wake up to an alarm. I won't wake up to anything else. And the only reason that woke me up now, I have like a stress factor. So when I know that I'm have to get up, I'm just wake up and jump up. So I knew I was supposed to be on Periscope, and I woke up at 10:10, exactly 10:10, and said, oh my god, I'm supposed to be on Periscope. So I was like, okay, so it's the first time I'm doing it sideways, so I'm gonna try not to look at myself. Thank you guys for the hearts. I love the hearts. Please, please, lots of hearts, please. Okay, so today's topic was time-saving tips for authors to assist on social media. And the reason why I chose this subject was because I saw a lot of people. The website for the resource is howtoebook.org, and to find me is sylviahubbard.com. Sign up for the mailing list. I'm actually going to put this in a blog post at howtoebook.org. So I have my notes here. All my notes are right here. I've been writing them, so I'm gonna actually type this up tonight as I'm at work to give you guys so you can actually see what I wrote. And I have to type it up anyway to put it in the manual. So yeah, hey, I know you guys are here. Thank you, and I haven't said hi. I am so sorry, and that's because I want to hurry up and get started, because you guys know I only got a good 30 minutes to go. So get your pencils and papers out. Hey, Maisha, who just joined us, and Stephanie and Marie, thank you guys. I saw you guys join. Hey, Ray, thank you. Make sure you share this out as we get started. So make sure you guys sign up for howtoebook.org or sylviahubbard.com in order to find out more resources. Thank you for the hearts. If you love what I have to say, I know I haven't said it yet. Um, please, 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 give me some hearts and let me know you like it. You know, it's like an amen at church. I love it. Thank you. Okay, so now the reason why I did write this, hey Nisi, the reason why I did come up with this topic is because a lot of people, number one, were saying, well, Sylvia, how do you do what you do? I don't know how I do what I do, but there are ways that I save time to do what I do because it's a lot that I do. Um, I constantly read articles, and I do encourage. I did a post about reading and writing is fundamental. I did a post about how we need to continue to um, get out there and join up, network, and keep writing and reading, you know, about what we do as authors and writers. Just because you come out with one book, that does not make you an expert. Actually, it does not. I've come out with over 35 books, and I still don't consider myself an expert in the field. I'm constantly learning, constantly challenging myself to make sure that I know more and more and more. So let's start with the first thing. The very most important thing, of course, is focus more time on platforms that give you the best engagement. That's number one. Focus more time on platforms that give you the best engagement. So, you work on Twitter, Facebook, your website, and so forth. You work on you know, all these different platforms on social media. Make sure you are giving time to the one that actually gave you the best return on investment. And I say that a lot in the videos, but focus on the ones that gave you the return on investment. So if you are sending things out to Facebook and you get more comments, more likes, more engagement there, then you want to focus more time on producing more things to get more engagement through Facebook. So you want to make sure that you're sending things over there that are. You really need to look at your stats always, and I said this in the last video, analyze your stats at least for like 2 to 3 months. You want to see how you got traffic in to your website, see what promos worked, what didn't work, what links are working, what are people clicking on to find you. Once you determine that through your website, then you want to focus on sending more of that stuff that they like to that website. Even look at search terms, like how do people find you? I remember when I wrote Stealing Innocence, when I first wrote Stealing Innocence, and this is kind of how I knew about analyzing things, because when I wrote Stealing Innocence, I really didn't put a lot of effort into marketing it because it was oh my God, why did I write that book? Because it was right after Stone's Revenge and everything. So if you guys know Stealing Innocence, you understand the premise of the story, and it's really kind of naughty. And so I didn't make a big deal about, oh, I wrote this book. And so like I saw people searching, like coming into my site a lot, and it was because they were searching for rough men, rough sex, men raping, and I thought that was like crazy. I was like, oh my God, why are they doing that? But then I realized it was because of Stealing Innocence, like back premise, that everybody was finding the book, reading it, and then coming through and finding me, and it would be like Sylvia Hubbard, rough men, Sylvia Hubbard, rough sex. I was like, oh my God, that's not good at all. But it actually was good in terms of the engagement into the site. So that's how I realized analyzing your search terms are really, really important. So that was number one. Focus more time on platforms that give you the best engagement or return on investment. So you want to try looking at your sales, looking at your mailing lists, sign-ups, and your visits to the website. That's how you determine your return on investment of where you should spend your time at. Okay, I also wrote in my notes that you should spend, say that you do spend that 15 minutes a day. You should try to spend, like, once you determine like what is coming in and what is good, you should try to at least spend at least an extra 10 minutes on that platform to make sure you're sending out information. Hey, Sandy. You try to spend information on sending out that information to that platform that's giving you great return on investments. Then that's kind of like the reason why I do the live stories, because I get a great return on investments on the site in terms of bringing readers in terms of keeping them engaged, in terms of hello, good evening, jump on the boat, thanks for joining. But in terms of for the live stories that I do on my site, that's where I get new readers, old readers to come return, to come to the site, sign up, and actually show them, that I do have, thanks for sending out for your followers, actually send them for sales to my back catalog, because I often put characters from other stories into the live stories and make sure that the links are clickable. So that has helped a lot in terms of my return on investment, and that's why I do it, because I get a great return on investment. And I love it, so it's fun. Okay, number two. Make sure you got those pens and papers out. So use social media management tools. In this regards, when posting from your blog, you should have automatic tools that will share it. So if you use Blogger, you can go to networkblogs.com and you can sign yourself up to actually share your content out to your social media. I even worked the network blog, so it actually can sometimes on my Motown Writers blogger, instead of moving the whole blog, I actually got it to share with my WordPress blog. I found the email address to my WordPress blog, and I signed up for the Blogger blogspot. I know it's so crazy. So now when I post to the Blogger, it'll automatically post there. So that's like a time saver for me. The other thing is, in WordPress, they have a sharing tool. So if you go to your dashboard, you go to settings, then you see sharing. So you want to connect your social media to your blog. So that way, when you hit publish, it automatically will share to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google Plus, Tumblr. And that's awesome, because that's a one-click sharing, and that saves time. I don't have to go and repost anywhere else, because it's already doing what it's supposed to. Then what I do is, after I hit publish, I go to my I don't think network block. Yeah, it blocked Facebook, but no, it actually didn't. It blocked your Facebook profile, but it didn't block your groups or pages, because it actually still updates my pages, and it still updates my pages, and it still updates my groups whenever I publish something in network blogs. You can also use tools like Hootsuite. Hootsuite will actually help you get your RSSs in there. And I told you about that in one Periscope. They're really simple syndication. So you can actually connect your website to your Hootsuite. Really, it never updates it. Then try Hootsuite, because Hootsuite is free, which we like the free 99 here, of course. Hootsuite, and also Social Ump, OOMPH, socialump.com. They will actually take your RSS and post it out. Social Ump, that is the paid version, but Hootsuite will actually take your RSS and post it out as well. If you use your mailing service, which you should have a mailing service, because we need a mailing list, for that you can use your MailChimp. MailChimp actually takes your blog posts and posts it out as well, and it can post out to your social networks. Awesome. So you should definitely invest in that, because it's time saving when I can post one place, but I can hit like other places just like that. When I say that's a real time saver, it is. Also, when I hit blogs, and I did talk about that, like when you post on your blog, say I post at 6 a.m. on my blog. So then what I do is I go immediately over to my Hootsuite. I copy the link that they give me even in advance, they give you a link, especially on WordPress. They always give you a link, and you can go on Blogger, you go to permalink. So you copy that link that they give you, and you copy the title of your blog, you put it in your Hootsuite status message, and then you set it up so it can go out. I set it up so it can go out at 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then also maybe about 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So that means I've done it 3 times. I could do this post today, write it up, and then post it for next week. And I don't have to worry about when next week comes and it's supposed to post. And even throughout the day, I know that post is going to go out on the website, on my social networks 3 times. And that's what you need, is repeat, of course, because everybody doesn't wake up at 6 a.m. So I want to make sure other people who didn't see it in their feed get it. So thank you for the hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's why it's so really, really, really important for you to use social media management tools, because you actually save a lot of time. I mean, a lot of time in terms of posting out. Plus, you can use your social media management tools like Hootsuite on your phone, and you can actually have, I always have like a file called promo tweets, so that things that I'm promoting, yeah, I know Hootsuite is the bomb. I love it. That's Hootsuite, and then Canva is my next thing. So yes, definitely love Hootsuite. You can actually put Hootsuite on your phone. It's an Android in the Google Play Store, and I have a file on my phone called promo tweets. So whatever I'm supposed to be promoting, say like it's somebody who did a Fiverr account with me, an event I have coming up, a friend who has an event. Sandy has the butterfly event, so I know I need to put that in my promo tweets, and I should be promoting out and everything. So whenever I'm just sitting there and I'm like, hey, let me go and send some tweets out or send something on my social, I know it's just awesome, and it helps you get so organized. Like, you feel, people think that you just remember everything, and you don't, and it's because of Hootsuite, my file that I keep for my promo tweets, and my handy dandy notebook. And I know that's like old school, like, oh my gosh, she still writes things down. Yes, I still write things down. Definitely. Hey, Michael, thanks for joining us. So, I mean, I won't even take the label off, which is so cheesy of me. I won't even take that off. It's just for luck. That's a label for luck. And this does help you in terms of, like, when I say time saving, I definitely mean, it's just, I can sit there literally all night while I'm at work and set up my tweets for the next day or next week, or, I mean, however you want. You can change like the times. You can put times on it, or you can let Hootsuite determine what time it goes out, which is, I like the auto schedule even better, because then it'll just promote something even when I'm not around. So I do my general promos of favor my Amazon page, so make sure you do that. Favorite my Amazon page, and like sign up for my mailing list. You should have general social media statuses that just go out to remind people to do, because remember, the same people that followed you a month ago, there are new people now following you because you're building this buzz. So you want to make sure you have these general tweets or general social messages going out to get on people about, hey, I know you're new. I know you probably haven't followed me over on Amazon. And don't forget, I have Instagram. Don't forget, I have Twitter. So if you're on Facebook, you want to make sure people know that. So you should have general promo tweets always. I keep a promo tweet file in my phone. I keep a promo tweet file in my laptop. I also keep a promo file on my Google Drive. What do you mean favorite your Amazon page? So if you go to amazon.com/author/Sylvia Hubbard, when the page comes up underneath my name, you'll see a yellow button that says favorite. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story. I was at Romance Slam Jam this weekend, which was awesome. Was it this weekend or last weekend? Oh my, I'm just so, yeah, it was just awesome. So anyways, I was there, and a reader came, and she was like, I don't Facebook, I don't Twitter, I don't do any of that social media crap. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to join your mailing list or anything. So I'm sitting up there trying to figure out, okay, so how can I make sure I keep up with this reader? I want to make sure that she keeps updates from me. And I was like, well, do you have a Kindle? Because she was a diehard reader. I mean, she expressed real interest in, I read all the time. I'm 24/7. I read like a book a day. And I wanted to get this girl. So what I did was I said, well, do you have a Kindle? And she said, yeah. And I said, okay, what you can do is actually go to my Amazon page. Like I said, amazon.com/author/Sylvia Hubbard. All, no spaces. When you do that, you click on favorite. So what it does is in their account, in their Kindle account, whenever I do anything new on my Amazon page, she'll get an instant update about what I'm doing. She'll be, if I get a new release, if I post a new photo, if I do anything on my page or updates on my page, she actually gets updates to what I do on my Amazon page, which is awesome. Number two, having them favorite your Amazon page. And I know you're like, they don't need to favorite, like, heart, anything else. But the reason why you want them to do it is actually it increases your rank, your author rank on Amazon. And that's awesome because you want to get a very high author rank, especially in the categories that your book is listed in. Because the higher the rank, the more you get mentioned, the more it says, hey, if you like this book, then you'll like that book. So you want to just make sure people are favoriting your author page. So if you guys can go today, make sure you favorite my Amazon author page. I would be so grateful if you help me increase my rank. Don't forget to do it. Okay, so number three. If you got your pens and papers out, you know we are on number 3. So number 3 is, I'm looking at the time. Number 3 is repurposing and reposting. These are time saver tips. So if you just joined us, we're on time saver tips for authors for social media. My name is Sylvia Hubbard. I'm author and founder of Motown Writers Network, independently published over 35 books. I am an informational authorpreneur. Catch up with me at howtoebook.org. And also follow me over on my website at sylviahubbard.com. So number 3, we are on number 3. Number 3 is repurpose and repost information on your website. So you wrote this awesome post about 3 years ago. 3 years ago, you wrote this awesome post, got great engagement. People loved the information. I mean, you did the screenshots, you did everything. I mean, you were like on and popping with this post. And 3 years from now, you still wake up and think about, oh my God, that was an awesome post. But you find out, well, how can I use that post again? You can actually call it a repost. You can repost this information back to your blog again and even update it, which means you're going to kind of repurpose it, or you're just reposting and doing an update on it. You can say, more of this part 2, and then link to the part 1 and keep it going. I mean, that's a great way for people to say, oh man, I remember that great post. Let me share this out too. So you're getting the people who read the post before and coming back to your website, but you're also getting new people who would have loved that information 3 years ago, but it's also handy for them again. It saves you time. And when I say you have to do 52 posts a year, which is once a week to gain good traffic and make sure you're alive in Google, this is one of your 52. This is like a check off automatically. If you have like at least 3 great posts, I usually say make sure every year think of 3 great posts that are going to drive people into your site. So you want to put together, whether it's pictures, videos, something magnificent that's going to drive people into your website. And you want to try to repurpose it at least next year and take off something off your list. Say, hey, I don't have to do 52. Now I only have to do 49. I think, yeah. I'm a writer, not a mathematician. So that's is that for websites and blogs? 1 post? Yeah, 1 post a week. You should be doing 1 post a week. That's 52 times a year. That's it. That's pretty much it. Minimum. That's what I'm saying. Your minimum. You can do a maximum of how many you want, but a minimum you should be doing is 1 post a week. So when you repurpose and repost, you are actually helping not only getting that information out to say, hey, I wrote this awesome post you guys must read, but you're also helping bring more traffic into your site and taking out the time-saving schedule of doing all 52 posts. Yes, definitely. And you can also take those articles and repurpose them for guest articles on other sites. That means you just tweak them a little bit more. You can almost, I've even used information from one post where I've gathered stats and pictures and so forth and information, and then turned it around and used it in another post, named it something else, and sent it out as a guest article, because those stats and that research still applies in that other article. So, number 4. No, we're number 4. I'm trying to read through my notes. I need to get like a book stand to, like, you know, like a piano thing where it holds up so I can like look at the camera and look at that at the same time. Number 4. We're on number 4. If you've been writing down your notes, create a system or work habit. I need to do that. I post daily inspirations on Facebook, but I need to reinvest more into my blog. You can actually take those daily inspirations that you post on Facebook, put them into your blog, and mark them for 2017. So you can just post out, and then once you do the sharing tool, it shares right into Facebook, and people will be like, oh, look at this. It's coming back again. Right. I said I wanted to do like a daily something, and I can't do that daily. So I've been trying. I've been actually using my calendar, and I have a write out calendar too. I do write in my calendar. I have a daily, like, I'm trying to find like 52 great writing quotes and post them to the website, so then they just automatically just go out. I thought that would be really cool when I sit down and do that. I've been listening to Sister Sense. You can go to sistersense.com, SISTASENSE, Sister Sense, with LaShonda Henry. She gives out great tools on social media and blogging as well. I always, you know, a master has to learn from somewhere, so she's kind of like, of course, above me. So, like, I like to listen to her talk about, like, her little tips and tricks as well. She has like great ones, and she does say like at least once a month she sits down like and just hard writes and tries to do like 100 posts. So she takes a huge subject, breaks it down, and then from that huge subject she breaks it down into categories. From that category she breaks it down into even more. So she tries to produce from one subject at least 100 posts, where she doesn't have to come and do it again, you know, go back and blog again. And she has all these posts and ideas coming from just one subject. And I thought that was great. I was like, man, I need to just do that, because that'll kind of help me on getting like more blogging done. I'm always interested in more blogging because I want to try to bring that traffic into my site. Okay, so number 4, create a system or work habits and save time. And offside, I'm going to tell you, writing notes down for a video is really important. Never just get on the video and be like, oh, I'm going to just talk about this, because you'll never stay on track, on topic, especially me. So number 4, create a system or work habits to save time. Now, when I heard this concept, I was like, okay, that just doesn't sound like me, because I'm a pantser. I don't write things down. I don't like to outline or anything like that. But what a system does is that it helps you actually, okay, get everything done, and you kind of remember. So you know how if you got kids and you say, okay, once you come home, put your backpack down, take your shoes off, go in there, wash your face, get cleaned up, start your homework, take off your uniform. I'm going by what I used to tell my kids. Take off your uniform, start your homework, and then get ready for bed and get ready for the next day. So that would be their system. As soon as they come in, take your shoes off, backpack down. So they would have to have these systems when they came in. You know, when they get up for school, okay, get up, wash your face, wash up, blah blah blah. They have their system. So And this is not only to save time, but to make sure you don't forget anything and be like, oh, I got to go back and do this. Oh, I forgot this. So it was to save time. So what I'm telling you to do is parent yourself and give yourself a system online. So you you do a blog post. Thank you for the hearts. You do a blog post, and then you tell yourself, okay, what am I doing after the blog post? Don't just hit publish. What do I do? Well, I have to go now into my Hootsuite and pull it over there and make a status message. Then, if this was a popular one, I want to make sure throughout the month people still remember to come back to this one. If it was a featured post, I want to make sure not only am I giving it enough publicity over on my Hootsuite accounts, but I'm also giving enough publicity on all my pages that I have and pages that are relevant to this source so it can go out on time. Should I make a draft email of this to make sure I'm sending it out later on to the Yahoo groups? So I have all these checklists that I do, literally checklists that, okay, after this blog post, what do I need to do afterwards? That's very important to have these systems in place that I found out. And the reason why I started doing it actually is because long time ago when they used to have like the floppy disk, like the really hard drive floppy disk, I did not have internet at home. So I was literally back in 2001 to 2003, I did not have internet at home. I also had 3 kids to carry around. So what I would do is after work, I had to get off the bus because I didn't have a car at the time. Get off the bus at the library, sit there, wait for my hour of library time, and be able to do all my internet marketing, checking my email, everything that I had to do at the library in 1 hour. I only had 1 hour of time. So literally I had to write down a list of, okay, this is what I need to do. Those systems in place helped me stay on track so I wouldn't get distracted. So even when Facebook came on the scene, Twitter came on the scene, it was more social media, I just added it to the list, but it was things I would get online, and to this day I still do it. I get on my computer, I check my email, I post this stuff out that I need to post out to blogs, then I check Facebook. I answer first the messages. I try to sometimes I don't even want to touch that message box. And I literally don't have Messenger on my phone just because of that, because I'll end up checking it throughout the day. So that way you're not bogged down throughout the day of checking messages when you shouldn't check messages. You have a system and time, and you create times in place where, okay, this is when I'm going to check email, this is when I'm going to check Facebook, this is when I'm going to check Twitter. So literally you don't have to be bogged down at the sites or become distracted by what you're doing online in order to make sure things get done. Because people are like, how do you do that, Sylvia? Every day you're posting stuff. Every day you're getting stuff done. When you do it one place, you see it here. You have all this stuff going, and then on top of that, you still write a book. Well, this is why I put systems in place, so when I do one thing, I'm handling all the other stuff. So for my notes that I have wrote down, so you kind of understand. So I said, when posting a blog post, have steps in place you follow until you post. If you do a video or podcast, have steps in place for that too. Even if you do an event offline, when you come home, you have a system in place. Okay, I need to upload the photos. I need to send out a status message. I need to thank people. I need to, you need to have those systems in place. So when you are doing things, it just works out really easy. It's going on 11 o'clock, guys. I'm wrapping it up. Write the steps down until they become almost second nature. And do them until you don't even have to look at your list anymore. But do the list. If you need to change the list or add a check mark to it or add another check to it, then do it. So you know that you are setting these systems in place so you can just save time. I don't even think about it. I just come in, do it. Bam, 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 bam. Get it over with. I think we are people who just don't want to write things down as writers. I don't know why. But even I'm guilty of it. I'm very guilty of it. I'm not writing things down and be like, oh, what was I supposed to do? So that's why I have my handy dandy notebook. And I have a lot of reminders on my phone about telling me what I'm supposed to do. I parent myself. I've learned how I had to start doing that. We become adults and still have that teenage mentality of saying, oh, I'm grown. I don't need to do it. I'm grown. Well, you're grown, but you can't get your life organized. that's grown. Sorry, I'm berating. Okay, batch tasks together and stick to this system. This is kind of like a 4 plus extra thing. So when I say batch, 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 batch tasks together and stick to this system, that means, say that, like I said, when you get into a certain system, that's what you're going to be doing. So when I get on social media, I'm going to be doing this all together. So say that when I get on Facebook, number one, check to see if I have messages or people have return messages that I've asked for. Then number two, check my profile to see what's been posted there. Because since I automatically post to it, I need to find out if there's anything on my profile that, oops, I was supposed to be promoting more that day. And I know that sounds crazy to go look at your own profile, but actually that's what I actually do. I go look, and sometimes I be so into my profile, I want to follow myself. I be like, oh, this is good stuff. I forget I'm checking my profile. That's really crazy. And then number three, I'll go into the main feed and see what everybody else is doing. So usually I'll do like 100 posts. I know. I do 100 posts. I'll be like, oh, this is some good information. Let me follow this person. And be like, oh, this is me. I like my own stuff. Really crazy. But then I go into the main feed, and usually I read like the first 100 posts. I'll speed read through them. So that's why I say pictures help, because when somebody wants to speed read, usually they see the picture and then they'll be like, okay, what is that? That'll stop me from just scrolling through and speed reading. So that's why I always say, when you post with a picture. That's an extra side tip. Post with a picture. I need to write that down to make sure I put it in the notes. So that's what I do, is I go through and then I speed read it through it. And then if I see something, share it. If I like it, like it. If it's a personal message, loss of condolence. Now that they have the emojicons now on Facebook, I can just go through, bam, 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 bam. Got all of that out of the way. Then I have social media work to do for large clients. So I have like 3 large clients that I work for, and I actually do their social media posts. So I do that, and then I go jump over to Twitter. Twitter, I do the same thing. Check my profile, check for messages, check the main feed, and then I gather information. I'm gathering information all this time. I'm gathering information. So I actually have a file open that if I like a link and I want to make sure I refer to it later, I either immediately put it in my Hootsuite or put it in my saved link to post out on another day, to kind of say, hey, I like this information. I'm not going to promote it today, but I'm going to promote it some other time. So that's why people say, hey, Sylvia, I put that post up a week ago and you're just promoting it. And it's because I liked it and I saved it. So those are like my batch things. So on my notes, it says follow people on Facebook and Twitter. And actually my Facebook profile is getting so full, I can't almost follow anybody anymore. I know. It's so good. So I follow, this is my batch system. Follow people on Facebook and Twitter. Saving articles to read or send out later. Writing down post ideas, because sometimes I'll read somebody else's post and then I'll be like, oh my God, that was a great post, but they didn't talk about this and that's what should be incorporated. Maybe I'll do it. Or I'll think of a great Periscope while I'm reading other research material or something. Or I'll think of a great story idea. So I try to just do all this batch all at once. And I mean, when I say it's a flurry of it, I'm furiously flurrying to do all this stuff, but it just works out because I'm in there, I'm in the zone. Let me do all of this all at once and saying, oh, let me do it later. Just do it now. I create social media images in Canva. I use Canva, or even I use on my phone for social media images to create, and I use InstaQuote to create images. So the image you saw this morning, if you saw the image for this broadcast, I posted an image this morning. I actually made it on InstaQuote, which was kind of cool. I can actually download that picture and actually put it in. Once I load this up to YouTube, I can actually make that my title one. So my title for this video. So that's kind of cool. The more you batch, the more time you save. Now, I'm not going to lie. There are things that I do outsource because Sylvia is amazing, but she's amazing with a little bit of help. Most people know my first assistant, which is Andrea Daniel, and she does a lot of the producing for my radio show because the Motown Writers Network has a radio show. Love Andi. Love her to death. But whenever I do anything offline, she also helps as well. She helps me do the research, find the people, contact them, and talk to them. She also, like, if anybody wants to do like a big interview offline for me or something, they contact Andrea for that as well. Or they need me at a gig or an event, like a big event, and they don't want to go through my email or something. A lot of times they'll contact Andrea and say, hey, can you get Sylvia to this event? Because Sylvia will forget. So Andy keeps Sylvia on schedule. She's supposed to be somewhere offline. I also, for features on the Motown Writers Network, I actually have another assistant, Stephanie, who goes in, and it's not Stephanie Lewis. I know she's like, I don't do that. But I actually have another assistant. Her name is Stephanie, and she actually will help do features on Motown Writers Network. So she gets the interview as soon as they come in my email. You know, instead of me even opening them, I forward them immediately. As long as they have like their pictures attached, I forward them immediately over to Stephanie, and Stephanie will post them over to Motown Writers Network. We have a system of regular features are on this day, book features on this day, chapter features on this day, and then if we have an event day is signed, like Sunday is our event day for right now for the Motor City Book Experience. She got a couple of tables left, so you guys, if you're interested, make sure you contact Annetta Hobson. But for the Motor City Book Experience, we're starting to interview authors that are coming there to give them feature time. And so Stephanie sets those up as soon as those interviews come in. So that kind of helps me out. Automatically just send it. I know, it's so nice. And in return, people say, well, do you pay them? No, I don't. But in return, of course, they get, free knowledge from me for helping me out. So that's awesome to have assistants. I also have another assistant. I have another assistant that helps me find guest posts and guest blogs to post to. And they're in charge of sending out the material that I send them, talking to the blog, and setting up a schedule for that. I know. And then I have my daughter. That's my fourth assistant that actually does my social media. She'll do my Hootsuite. She'll do my monthly general Hootsuite messages, where she just goes in. She has a general list of status messages, and then she just does the auto schedule, so they go out automatically at different times. So that's like four different assistants that literally like help me out. I learned that I have to outsource. I can't do everything. You do have to outsource things to help you out. You should pay them, and I do pay them in terms of money, gift cards. I mean, I always like reward them with things. We do different things, and I think that's why they enjoy they enjoy me because I'm Sylvia. No, I'm just kidding. They enjoy me because, like, I am giving them a benefit to their writing life, their book life, helping them with their sales as well, and, they can always call me with advice. So that's kind of like good. That's a great payoff for them, that I'm able to utilize them in that way. I know my weaknesses. I know what I cannot do and stuff like that, or what I don't have time to do. And I want to try to devote more time to writing because we have to finish all these live stories that people are just craving for. And I know that I need to hunker down and write a book and get into that mindset without worrying, oh, I got to do this and this and this and this and this. Write things down. When I tell you, you should write things down, write things down. Use your journal. Get the write it down. I go to CVS and I get the big calendar where not only it has like a monthly on one page, but it actually has the dates and it has something I can write in each section of the date, so then I know where I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to be doing for my work life, my mother life, my personal life, and my book life, and my Motown writer's life. So that's 5 different lives that I lead on a daily basis that I have to keep up with. Writing things down actually solidifies. I got to get over to the west side of town in less than 10 minutes. So, you know, you guys, get out my way. And we're going to wrap it up. If you guys have any questions, you can always contact me on my website. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, social media. Thanks for the hearts. Give me a whole bunch of hearts because I'm going to wrap it up and get out of here. And I need all the hearts that I can get. If you're listening in the replay, check me out at howtoebook.org and sylviahubbard.com. Don't forget to sign up for the mailing list. I am going to type this up and repost it. So make sure you guys go there, sign up for the mailing list so you can get an update of when this is reposted. Like I said, if you have any questions, you can always hit the contact buttons on my website and then hit me up. If you see this on my website, or even just contact me on Facebook, Twitter, and all the other stuff. I have Instagram, you know, I'm like almost everywhere. You can just look up Sylvia Hubbard and everything comes up. So thank you guys. I love the hearts. Love, 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 love. That is awesome. Like I said, I am getting out of here. I got to get dressed and get going. And I'm not even going to do my hair. We're going to keep my natural in. This is going on a 4-day, so that's kind of cool. Day 4. So it's pretty tight, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's actually pretty tight. What? I'll take them down maybe tomorrow and then have my little curly mane going out. So, yeah, you guys, thanks a lot for joining us. I'm shocked that everybody stayed here this time. So, see you guys. Have a great night. And I promise to drive safely. Promise. I promise I'll keep it under 80. Promise, promise. Yeah, 80. Just move out my way. Don't forget to check me out, guys. And see you next week. I don't have a topic yet. If you have a topic in mind or you'd like me to talk about it, then just hit me up. Okay? Bye.